And now, if you use your imagination, God knows what happened with that black guy. Was it a fight that took place? Somebody swung and it really offended Elon? Is like, look what I'm
David Miller?
guys. Is that a Lutnick? Is that, I don't know, who else did it? Who else will be in that room?
Lutnick, actually has some balls.
That doesn't
I don't think Miller has the balls to throw a punch.
If you're saying that Trump is on Epstein's list, you're basically indirectly saying that Donald Trump is a pedophile. If
yes!
In your mind, and he's on that list, and that's the only reason, then you knowingly, Elon, are hanging...
Worked with a pedophile!
You got this pedophile basically in as president.
Elected as president!
And so you...
And you had the pedophile on your show!
Because the left would have used the Epstein thing before Russian collusion.
Exactly. That's
There's
the point.
no way.
I have! I've been screaming about it for years! Tweet earlier.
Trump giving Epstein his personal attention.
Donald! Donald! Donald!
Patrick Bet David, they called an emergency podcast, having an emergency podcast to talk about the Epstein accusations. This is a big deal for them, apparently. I've only seen the clips of PBD that have been played by like Sam Cedar. This is the first time I'm seeing this opening. This is amazing.
The future looks bright. My handshake is better.
The future looks bright as he has goddamn Alex Jones on.
My son's right about it.
I don't think I've ever said this before.
All right.
My opening's better.
If you're following the feud or not, obviously a massive...
Everyone is following the feud.
An hour and a half ago or 2 hours ago on Twitter that led to a bunch of different things. Elon Musk, Rob, if you can pull up the tweet, tweeted at 3:10 Eastern Standard Time, time to drop the really big bomb. Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. That is the real reason they have not been made public. Have a nice day, DJT. This thing gets 581,000 likes, 212,000 retweets, 100+ thousand comments, 49 million views in an hour and a half, 2 hours. Rob, if you go a little bit lower and he doubles down and says, mark this post for the future, the truth will come out. Alex Jones, timeline pin drop, right? Go back a little bit. He says this. Look at today's Tesla stock, Rob. I send you the link in the comment section, in the note section that I have. Tesla had its worst single-day drop-off ever in the history of the company. So when you look at this, Rob, there's a story I just sent you.
What, today?
Important for the audience to see this. I put in my notes section. If you go to it, I send it to your text as well. It's important to see this because this shows the correlation of what's going on. When you look at how Tesla was affected by this, it's not a small drop-off. 14% plunge in biggest one-day valuation drop on record for Tesla, okay? On record for Tesla. So just imagine how his day's been today, right? The sell-off erased $153 billion of valuation from Tesla, the single biggest ever. Go to the next slide, Rob, if you could, and watch what it shows.
He's probably not the richest person in the world then.
June 5th, 2025 goes down as the worst. The other one was 25 March, 2 months ago. And then you see the rest. So it's not been a good day for Musk. Now, earlier, when the whole big, beautiful bill, Musk dropped a tweet a couple days ago saying, look, I'm just going to say it. It's not a big, beautiful bill. Then Trump earlier today, while I was doing a podcast with Charlie Kirk, Trump came out and said a few things. Rob, if you want to put out the video, I don't know if you have the video or not, what Trump said. I'll read this if you have it, if you want to go back to it. No, what you just said, put it right there, I'll read it. The easiest way to save money in our budget, billions and billions of dollars, is to terminate Elon's governmental subsidies and contracts. I was always surprised that Biden didn't do it. So it's not like this is a one-sided thing. They're going back and forth. Rob, there was a video that the president is saying, he's probably next thing he's going to say some bad things about me. I don't know if you guys saw that video or not. You saw it when Charlie Kirk played it today while we were talking. And while all this stuff is going on, by the way, apparently, allegedly is a better phrase to use. Is this it, Rob?
He hasn't said bad things about me
personally.
personally.
That's the one.
Okay, yep.
That's the one. Watch this.
Great job.
Elon knew that. Elon endorsed me very strongly. He actually
Rob,
went up
too
and
loud.
campaigned for me. I think I would have won. Susie would say I would have won Pennsylvania easily.
Who's Susie? Oh, Susie Walls.
The governor ran, the real governor, not the governor from Minnesota, he's a sick puppy, that guy. That poor guy, I feel sorry for him. But they made a bad choice with him. But if you pick Shapiro or anybody else, I spoke to him recently about his house being set on fire, which was terrible. But if they picked him, I would have won Pennsylvania. I won it by a lot. But I'm very disappointed because Elon knew the inner workings of this bill better than almost anybody sitting here, better than you people. He knew everything about it. He had no problem with it. All of a sudden he had a problem, and he only developed the problem when he found out that we're going to have to cut the EV mandate because that's billions and billions of dollars.
Oh, he didn't just develop his problem.
We want to have cars of all types. Electric, we want to have electric, but we want to have a gasoline, combustion. We want to have different. We want to have hybrids. We want to have we want to be able to sell everything. And when that was cut, and Congress wanted to cut it, he became a little bit different, and I can understand that. But he knew every aspect of this bill. He knew it better than almost anybody, and he never had a problem until right after he left. And if you saw the statements he made about me, which I'm sure you can get very easily, it's very fresh on tape. He said
This is before those statements.
and he hasn't said bad about me personally, but I'm sure that'll be next.
That's right.
But I'm very disappointed.
Oh, he called it. He called it. He said he hasn't said anything bad about me personally, but I'm sure that'll be next. And like within an hour. Within an hour. But I think Trump tweeted the thing about taking away Elon's contracts first. And then we got the Epstein tweet. The easiest way to save money in our budget, billions and billions of dollars, is to terminate Elon's governmental subsidies. That's when Elon dropped the... And I don't have the timeline correct, but I think he tweets or truths this out right after he leaves this press conference. This was his meeting with German Chancellor Merz earlier today.
And I've helped Elon a lot.
Right. So, Rob, I can't hear myself. If you guys want to turn the mic on, I cannot hear myself now. Let me check this here. Okay, much better now. So
he just berates his employees on his show. That's amazing.
all of a sudden,
DJ Dub, welcome in.
while we're going through this, of course, the Democrats are going to capitalize off this. They just tweeted this an hour ago, kill the bill and release the Epstein files. Elon Musk just unfollowed Stephen Miller, unfollowed Charlie Kirk, and unfollowed Trump, all on X. That just happened. And while this is going on, more continuation of what he said. A guy named Ian Miles Chung. Rob, I don't know if you saw this one or not.
A guy that is very stupid and shouldn't be listened to.
And tweets something. If you can go to his handle, this is very interesting what he tweets. He tweets out there, if you go to his account, he goes out there and tweets the following. Now, you either trust this guy, you don't trust this guy. Go a little bit lower, Rob.
You should not trust this guy.
A little bit lower. Lower. There's a tweet he
never set foot on U.S. soil.
They should
Wrong about everything.
impeach Trump. And right there, that's one. Go a little bit lower. President versus Elon. Who wins? My money is on Elon. Trump should be impeached, and J.D. Vance should replace him. Weird. And guess who retweeted that? Elon Musk. Elon Musk retweeted that. So if you can go on Elon Musk's tweet, Rob, go on Elon Musk's tweet. Musk retweets that. What is he saying? So Musk is officially called for the impeachment of President Trump. Right there, yes. So this just got bad.
He'll do it, too.
Beautiful bill to all this stuff. And now, if you use your imagination, God knows what happened with that black guy. Mm-hmm. That black guy, was it a fight that took place? Somebody swung and it really offended Elon. Is like, look what
David Miller?
Guys. Is that a Lutnick? Is that, I don't know, who else did it? Who else will be in that room?
Lutnick, actually has some balls.
That doesn't
I don't think Miller has the balls to throw a punch.
Something like this, too. Maybe it was a meeting while they're calling each other out and somebody just...
Also, I do want to point out...
that Elon... That doesn't accident...
It is the right eye, so more than likely got caught with a left hook. So we're We're talking about a southpaw. DJ Dub, can you look it up for me, if you don't mind? Can you find out if Stephen or Holiday? Welcome in, my friend. Can one of you find out, is Stephen Miller left-handed? Is Howard Lutnick left-handed?
Accidentally happen, and you want to do something.
Miller is a
It was
lefty.
a meeting while they're calling each other out, and somebody just, because Elon started calling out Trump, and it got nasty, and then somebody swung, and then somebody was a peacemaker bringing it in. I'm not speculating. Remember, the key word is allegedly. We don't know any of this stuff, but the timing of all of this is a little weird. Timing of all this is a little weird. So now I went on X, and I ran a poll, and then I'm going to open
The allegedly collection. This motherfucker just has a bunch of T-shirts that say allegedly on them. What a fucking scam he is. At least, like, you go to my T-shirt shop and there's some thought that's been put into the things on my shirt. I didn't just write allegedly.
because I want to hear some of the things you guys.
Milf, welcome
on
in.
my account. I ran a poll, and here's what the poll is. I asked, who do you
No, it would have been a left hook.
Simple question. Trump
Am I wrong about that?
or neither?
Because if they were right-handed, they would have hit his left temple.
41,000 people have voted, so that's an ample amount of voters. 41,000. Rob, pick one of them. Look at that. Nearly twice as many people believe Musk as they do Trump, and you know my audience.
Wow.
This is my audience. This isn't like it's
Random freaking.
no.
just a
This is
random
not.
poll.
So, look, if you're watching this and you enjoy when we go live on these types of things, and you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. And you know, it's just a weird situation.
I mean, I'm open to being wrong, but I think if you're punching,
I have a lot of theories. I'm
you're
gonna pause here
hitting
while we're
the
going through
opposite
this.
side that
Vinny,
you're
what's
punching
your reaction?
from.
Well,
So if you're
first, I
throwing
wanna
a
give
right,
credit
you'd hit their
to-
left
I don't remember
side.
The actual date. How many months ago would you say that we were having a podcast prep, and it was the H1B1 debate something? How long, Robbie?
What would you
December.
say, Rob? 4 months?
That was December.
Four.
No, it was after Trump had been elected because it was the H1B1
Trump was elected.
debate.
Trump is in, and guys,
February.
and you guys were all. Everybody in this room was there, so I have witnesses. There was a moment where you stopped and you looked outside.
Can't
the
find
window. There was a long pause, and you shook your
listing
head.
for
You said,
Lutnick.
this is not going to turn out good. And something about Elon. You mentioned something about Elon, and it's come to pass, and we're seeing it happen live. So I have to give credit. You called this a long ass time ago. Like you said, the timing is off. I know Brandon has a really good
Vibes are off.
about Peter Thiel and JD Vance, who JD Vance has been very, very quiet lately. But I mean,
Musk and Trump have both been quiet for the last hour.
if you could talk crap, go back and forth. The bill, I get it. His stock is dropping. If you're saying that Trump is on Epstein's list, you're basically indirectly saying that Donald Trump is a pedophile. If
Yes!
in your mind, and he's on that list, and that's the only reason, then you knowingly, Elon, are hanging.
Worked with a pedophile.
You got this pedophile basically in as president.
Elected as president.
And so you back
And you had the pedophile on your show. You guys helped get the pedophile elected president.
one. So if that's the case, you're a complete hypocrite. But at the end of the day, what does Elon know about the list?
Patrick Bet David
And again, I'm over that list because whoever's been
and his crew
FBI over,
are a bunch of
give a
hypocrites.
damn about it. But I think this is extremely ugly, and it's not going to stop right now. And he said he withdrew. Pat, he withdrew the Dragon. What was it, Rob? He just took out
the Dragon Starship
the
program.
the Dragon thing. He's saying he's scrapping it, so there's no more recyclable rockets. Here's my thing.
He
I voted for
threatened
Donald
it.
Trump. I didn't vote for Elon Musk. Thank you for the help, but this is not only disrespectful as shit. I get it with the money, but you know when it comes to governing this country, that's who I voted for, and I can give two shits what Elon Musk feels about. Whoa, but mind you though, here we go, and you showed a little bit of it. 6 months ago, the left was calling Elon a Nazi, a legitimate Nazi.
He is.
Bending over, and they're all giving it up for freaking Elon now. So how phony and how
No one is giving it up for Elon.
all of them.
Okay.
You're the phony.
question I got is who's going to be the first one that's going to interview him? CNN, you know,
Elon?
MSNBC, someone from CNN.
CNN for
is
sure.
gonna interview him. Yeah,
CNN.
But this is
Don Lemon, man.
this is a question to be asking, straight up, right off the bat.
Yeah.
Do you believe that Elon's tweet about Epstein is purely trying to get under Trump's skin? It's because he knows something? Where do you think that tweet?
We all know something. We all know he was in the files. We all know he was on the flights.
Because
what's your ratio? 90-10 under skin?
90-10 under
credibility?
Skin. Because the left would have used the Epstein thing before Russian collusion.
Exactly. That's
There's
the point.
no way.
I've been screaming about it for years. I have gifts. I have court documents saved on my hard drive. I have been screaming about Trump's connection to Epstein for freaking years.
Blackmail stuff where he used blackmail against people because he was mentored by Roy Cohn. He bought the plaza.
Wow.
He bought the boat from the international arms dealer Adnan Khashoggi. So those were things that were allegedly used for blackmail. So I think from that side of things, he could have been involved in that type of stuff, but not the child sex trafficking type of thing, obviously. And Elon, I don't think he's doing this for pure intentions to get under Trump's skin. I think this feels like a coup where Elon's been friends with Peter Thiel since the PayPal mafia days, and feels like a situation where maybe they were trying to get J.D. Vance in, and they saw an angle to do that from that day of the assassination attempt, because it's weird that J.D. Vance becomes the vice president the day after Elon strongly endorses Trump, and they loaded up Doge with Palantir employees. Now they have that Palantir Doge plan going forward, and maybe they were planning this entire time that the second that Trump isn't doing exactly what Elon wants, then they're going to execute this, because Elon wants a technocracy. He thinks that government should not be in charge, that private business owners like the tech elites should be in charge. So, yeah, I think there's two things true at the same time. I think that Trump, he did some stuff where maybe
I hate these people
currency in the past, but I think Elon has dark intentions. He's not America first.
And real quick, how would they be able to get Trump out? Would the Epstein something list be able to get him impeached?
I don't think they will, because I think there's a reason that the Democrats didn't use that. It's very telling that it's not hard to find stuff that is weird about what Trump did during the 80s with buying certain properties and hanging out with certain people. The left never mentioned that once, and that tells me
what are you talking about?
They tried these far-fetched attempts to get him on, overpricing real estate, and this girl might have said something, this and that, and never even spoke about the Epstein list. Tells me that they have a lot of friends, if not themselves, that are involved with that situation.
The Epstein list was well reported on. Elon Musk himself tweeted out Morning Joe talking about his connections to Epstein. This was Elon's tweet earlier.
Shows Trump giving Epstein his personal attention. The footage, shot in November of 1992, before Trump opened the resort as a club, shows the future president surrounded by cheerleaders for the Buffalo Bills and Miami Dolphins.
I'm just insulted by the fact that Patrick Bet David has as many viewers as he does, and they're just out here spewing such absolute bullshit. Easily debunkable bullshit that Elon Musk even tweeted out earlier. The left never mentioned it. Here it is on MSNBC. Morning Joe talking about it. Jesus Christ. You people are delusional. You've got the TDS. You were an example of TDS. You were an example of TDS. Just complete dumb fucks. If you have enough money, you can just get on YouTube and say whatever the fuck you want. And buy followers.